Hey everyone, it's Cindy and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate having you here. Do consider hitting the subscribe button down there and the little bell next to it so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. So today's video is a replay of Feel Good Friday that took place on the 14th of July. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you the #1 question that you can ask yourself that will stop negative thoughts in their tracks so that you can be less stressed and happier and just get on with your life. So if that sounds like something you would like, then just keep watching and I will speak to you at the end. Morning everyone, it's Feel Good Friday and today we're going to be looking at negative thoughts again. I'm going to be sharing with you the one question that is so powerful it can stop negative thoughts in their tracks. So if we haven't already met, if I haven't met you yet, my name is Cindy Davis. I am the Feel Good Coach, and people come to me when they know what they should be doing in their business and in life and they're just not doing it and they don't really know why they keep self-sabotaging. So I help those people, mainly mums, to uncover what are the hidden beliefs underneath there and clear them out really quickly and easily. So I'm an expert in all this belief stuff, so you're in safe hands. Let's get started. Just gonna say good morning to Tina. Lovely to see you there again this morning, Tina. I hope you're having a fab morning, and morning to Libby as well. Lovely to have you on board. So do feel free to comment and hit the like button and heart button if you like what I'm saying, and let's get into the content. So today my aim is to teach you this powerful question so that you can go away and use it to challenge any negative thoughts when they come up. I'm going to do that in 3 parts. Firstly, I'm going to talk about what negative thoughts are, what makes them negative, because we have lots of thoughts, what makes them negative. Secondly, I'm going to tell you the question, and we're going to have a few examples. I'll give an example, a real life one of how I've used it to help myself. And thirdly, I'll be sharing with you some ways that you can use it yourself in real life so that you can put it into practical use straight away. So this question is really, really powerful, and obviously, you know, if you've seen my videos before, I want you to go away and use this stuff and get the results and feel good as a result. So that was the introduction. Let's move on to the first part, which is about negative thoughts. What are they? So I think of negative thoughts as, the way I describe it is it's the impact they have on you. So we have about between 80,000 and 100,000 thoughts every single day. Every single day. Now that's a lot of busy thinking, but we're only actually aware of about 10,000. So that's 10,000 thoughts that we're aware of, which is still pretty busy, I think you'll agree. So of those 10,000 thoughts, most of them are the same thoughts we had yesterday. And in fact, out of the potentially 100,000 plus thoughts that we have every day, even the unconscious ones, most of those are the same ones we had yesterday as well, and the day before, and the day before. They're habits. So when I class something as a negative thought, how I do that is it's how it makes you feel. So if you have a thought and it makes you feel good, then clearly that's not a negative thought. If you have a thought and it makes you feel bad, makes you feel sad or upset or beat yourself up or whatever, then that's what I would class as a negative thought. Now, all thoughts are just thoughts. They're only negative or positive because we give them that meaning. We are always giving everything meaning. We go, oh, that's that means that. So when we have a thought, we give it a meaning of whether it's negative or positive. But in reality, they're all just thoughts. They only have meaning when we give it to them. But it's useful in this case for us to give them the label of negative, because then we can start doing something about them. And so, just to recap, if you feel bad when you're thinking a thought, let's call that a negative thought, and then we can do something about it. Of course, there's only these 10,000 thoughts every day that we're aware of. So it's being alert to what thoughts are coming up. But doing some of the work that I talked about in my previous Facebook Lives about how to discover those sort of beliefs that are under the surface, those beliefs will be leading to a lot of our daily thinking habits. So So going back a few videos, finding those beliefs for yourself will help you to identify some of the unconscious negative thoughts, or those other 90,000 perhaps that we're not aware of, bringing them up to your conscious awareness so you can do something about them. But today we're going to be talking about the ones you are aware of, the ones that you hear yourself saying, you know, we're so negative to ourselves. We talk to ourselves the way we would never ever talk to anybody else. That's my experience. I've done a lot of that in the past. I'm getting a lot better at it. But do please leave a comment if you are the kind of person who can be known to beat themselves up a little bit and be a bit mean to yourself. Just let me know in the comments. So we have these negative thoughts and we are barraging ourselves with all kinds of mean things that we say to ourselves, and we're aware of those. Just imagine if you were working with or helping a 5-year-old child and they were trying to achieve something, like build a tower, a really big tower with bricks or something. Imagine if you were saying to that child, oh, well, you're rubbish at this. You're never, ever going to do this. This is too hard. You're never going to do it. I don't even know why you're trying. It's just too hard. What's the point? Stop trying. There's no point. Stop. Why even bother? It's just too hard. That little 5-year-old child would be so upset and probably would get really cross and smash whatever they'd done already to pieces and never want to build a tower again. But did you recognize any of those things I was saying as perhaps some thoughts that you might have towards yourself, some of the conversation you might have with yourself? Because I know that those are the kind of phrases that we do say to ourselves. A lot of people that I talk to have got those running a lot of the time. So just imagine how that makes you feel and how motivated you are to keep trying. It's really, really going to wear you down. So that's why this is so important, to be able to identify negative thoughts. And as I've talked about again in previous videos, when we feel bad, that's when we know that we've been thinking negative thoughts. So then we go back and go, okay, what was I just thinking? And then you can deal with that thought. Okay, so that's why it's also important. Did I lose my train of thread? I hope not. Anyway, just to say, Libby, great, thanks for your comment. Yes, I know a lot of people, and me included, have said those things to themselves and beaten ourselves up, and it's just not right, and it's not going to be helpful. So I'm going to give you the question next. We've already looked at what negative thoughts are, and now we're going to move on to what is the question. If you've been on my webinar that I was doing at the end of last year, you might already know this question, but it's a brilliant, brilliant question that you can use easily every single day. So let's get into it. We're on to the second part. I'm sharing a question. It's really simple. You have a negative thought, for instance, I can't do this. And then you just ask this question, you say, is that true? Really simple, really easy. Is that true? And is it, then you have to kind of give yourself a bit of time to go, okay, well, is that true? Do I know for sure that I can't do that thing? Well, I haven't really given it a good shot yet. Other people have managed it. There's no reason I can't do it. So we kind of have to talk ourselves around. So let me give you an example of how that's worked for me. One day I was going to a training session. I live in Cheltenham and the training session was in Gloucester, and I thought it was starting at 9:30, and that's the time it normally started. So I had it in my diary as I thought for 9:30. Hadn't really looked at it properly, just assumed it was 9:30. So I was getting ready to go, and I was getting ready to leave at about 9. I thought, oh, I'm going to be there in plenty of time because it was only, you know, maximum 20 minutes to get there. Fantastic, I'm going to be there early. I love to be early because it's quite rare for me. I'm usually there just by the skin of my teeth. So I was just heading out the door and the reminder goes off on my phone and it tells me the training's just starting. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to be late now. I'm going to be late for the training. Oh my goodness. So the training's going to start. I think a reminder goes off like 10 minutes before or something. I was like, oh God, I'm going to be late. I am so late. There's not going to be any parking spaces. It's going to be a nightmare when I get there. Everyone will have started. I'll just disturb everybody. Oh, it's going to be awful. So I was having this conversation with myself as I was kind of rushing out the door, feeling flustered, starting to feel really, really stressed. So that to me is a sign, hang on a minute, what was I just thinking? So I get in the car and I'm like, if I spend this whole drive thinking I'm late and saying to myself, I'm late, I'm going to be so stressed when I get there. It's going to take me ages to come down and be able to do the work and do the learning that I'm, wanting to do. I've paid for this training. I want to get the most I can from it. So I need to get myself in a better state. Also, if you're driving when you're stressed, there's more likelihood of accidents and things like that. So I really, really wanted to get on top of it. So I started asking myself, is that true? I'm late. Is that true? Well, yes, it's true. Look at the time. I'm late. I'm late. Well, in this very second, I'm not late yet. So that's not true. I don't know exactly what is going to happen on my journey. And I don't know what might have happened if I left at, 8:30. I don't know what I might have come across in terms of traffic. I don't know, I might have met a lorry on a junction and had an accident. All these things might have happened if I'd left at the time that I should have left. So I was sort of talking myself down, and that's what you do. So like, well, maybe there's a reason why I need to leave at this time and not at 8:30. Something bad might have happened to me. Maybe the traffic isn't going to be as bad as I think it is. I'm going to get there quicker than I think I am. And maybe that's going to be okay. So I started to feel less stressed. And every time, because the way our thoughts, they'll just keep popping up and popping up. So again, the thought would pop up, I'm late. I'd glance at the clock. I'd hear the radio, the news would come on and it said, it's 9 o'clock. And I'm like, oh no, I'm late. So again, I would say, is that true? And I would talk myself back down again. Then I started to think, oh, there won't be any parking spaces. It's one of those places where sometimes there's loads of spaces and sometimes there isn't one to be found anywhere. And you have to park miles away and walk, and it's just a right pain. And I think I had my laptop with me as well. It's a big, bulky, heavy bag, and I just didn't want to walk. So every time this thought popped up that was saying there won't be any parking, I asked myself, is that true? And of course, I couldn't know for sure if that was true. How could I know? I've not got a crystal ball. I can't see from here to Gloucester. I have no idea if there's going to be spaces or not. Telling myself there aren't going to be any is just going to stress me out. So again, every time that thought came up, there won't be any parking spaces, I reminded myself, it's okay. I don't know that there won't be any. Even if there aren't any, it'll be fine. I'll get by. I'll sort it. But I've managed to get myself to feel a lot less stressed. Then I was thinking, oh, I haven't got any money for the parking meter. I haven't got any change. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's going to be a right pain. I have to run in and get some money. And then, so again, is that true? So hopefully you're getting a really clear idea of how this works. It's so simple, but it's really, really powerful, because I just asked myself, is that true? Is that true that I don't have the change and it's going to be a real pain? I don't know. I haven't looked in my bag because I was rushing out the door, so I don't know what I've actually got in my bag. And also, is it really going to be a pain? Is that true? I can just park up, I can walk in, I can, out of the room full of people on the training, someone will have some change. At the very worst case scenario, I will just go and ask someone for change. No problem at all. So again, I calmed myself down. So I was feeling a lot calmer. Anyway, I was driving across to Gloucester. Everything went very smoothly. I had lots of green lights. I got there really quickly. So I actually got there, I think, about 9:10, so not too far after the training was due to start. And I rummaged around in my bag. I had exactly £1.50, which is what you need for the meter there. So that was really lucky. And I popped up. I had a space right by the meter, so I could just pay, shove my ticket in, and walk into the venue. I get in there. The trainer has had a few problems, so she was still setting up. A few people hadn't arrived, or they'd gone off to get coffee and stuff. So as it turned out, I wasn't late at all. I was in perfect time and everything was fine. And I was not stressed when I got there. And just think about how different that would have been if I'd continued to tell myself how late I was all the way there. How different would that have been? So what I want you to do now is to think about a situation where you could have used this and it would have made such a difference to how you felt as a result. Have a little think. Feel free to write it in the comments. if you'd like to share, what was the situation where you could have used this? And this question is so simple, and I got it from a book by a lovely lady called Byron Katie, and the book is called Loving What Is, 4 Questions That Can Change Your Life. And is it true is one of those 4 questions. So that is the question. That is it, simple as that. So I've told you what the question is. That was part 2. So let's move on to part 3, how and when you can use the question. So it's really simple. Every time you feel bad, if you feel sad, upset, angry, frustrated, stressed, whatever it is, actually take a step back and look at, what have my thoughts been? What was I just thinking? What was I just thinking a minute ago? And when you've got those thoughts, you can question them. One by one, is that true? And keep digging and talk yourself down. Same way I was describing in my example. It's just a case of questioning those thoughts. And you will notice that it becomes a habit the more you do it. So as always, we're starting a new habit. We need to do something to remind ourselves to do it. So I suggest having post-it notes saying, is it true, dotted around the house. I would suggest having something on your phone. So like on your lock screen, you could have, is it true? So every time you're swiping into your phone, you see, is it true? As a reminder for you to ask that question. And it's so powerful. It sounds so simple, and it is, but it's also really powerful. So I just want to pop and see what Libby has said. So Libby says when she went to her first healing session, she panicked that she would be late. And of course, that's a brilliant use of this questioning technique, because the conversation in your head would have been making you panic. And so being able to ask those questions, ask those negative thoughts, is that true, would definitely have helped you to feel a lot less stressed and panicky about that, Libby. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for commenting. So that's it. Really, really simple. Notice how you feel. And if you're feeling rubbish, look at your thoughts and ask them, is that true? So leave me a comment if you're going to do that, if you're going to go away and leave post-it notes everywhere for yourself and put reminders on your phone and start using this question. Some of you might have heard this before, right? That happens to me a lot. I'll be like, oh yes, I know that. I've heard that before, right? But it only works if you do it. It only works if you do it. So I just see there's another comment. Nita, hello, lovely to have you on. Nita says, my problem is that I doubt myself all the time, and I guess it's fear. This is a really good technique, and she will try it. Brilliant, well done, Nita. It is so simple, so easy to do. It really, really works, and let me know that you're going to use it. Fantastic, cool. So I have told you what negative thoughts are. We've got the question now, you know how to use it, and you know when to use it. So first of all, I told you what negative thoughts are. Secondly, I told you what the question was. Thirdly, as I promised, I told you how and when to use it. And I really want you to use it more than you think you need to. Okay, Tina, brilliant. I've used it, but I need to ask the question more often. Exactly, because we forget this stuff. We do, I do too. That's why I do these when I do these Feel Good Lives, it's brilliant because I'm reminding myself. And I know for those of you who've worked with me as a client, you know that I say, I'm telling you this because I need to hear it, because I need reminding too. Fantastic. What a brilliant, brilliant Feel Good Friday we've had today. So my aim was to teach you this powerful question so that you can use it to challenge your own negative thoughts. I think we've achieved that today. If you have liked this video, do please give it a like and share with anyone you think would find it useful. Next week's Feel Good Friday, I shall be interviewing Rachel Blackmore, who is the creator of Dating Mr. Darcy, and she'll be talking to us about relationships and possibly a bit of dating. I have some really cool questions for her. And if you have any questions you want to ask Rachel about limiting beliefs in relation to dating and relationships, then do please leave them in the comments or send me a message if you want to keep it private through my page, and I will pass those questions on to Rachel, because I'm really looking forward to the interview. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. She's going to be here with me, so it won't be a split screen. We'll be fighting over the camera. camera space. So if you are up for that, then be here at 9:30 next Friday, or catch us on the replay. And that brings me to the end. So I hope you have a fabulous day and a fabulous week, and I will speak to you next Friday at 9:30 right here on my page. Bye everyone, have a good day. So I hope you really enjoyed the video and you found it really useful. Do please go away and try this technique. Ask this question. It really works and it's really simple. And you know me, I love simple and easy. So go away and do it and let me know how you get on. Sadly, I've just found out that Rachel and I won't be able to do our interview next Friday. It's actually going to be a little bit later in the year, so look out for that. So instead, I will be looking at affirmations and how we can do them even better so that they work really, really well. So if you want to join me live, make sure that you have liked my Facebook page and then you'll get all the notifications you want. Otherwise, you can just hang around here and I will make sure I upload it for you. It just means you get a little bit of a delay because I can't just do it all on a Friday. There's too much to do. So if you do want to just hang around here and get it, then make sure you've subscribed and click the little bell and then you'll get notified when I upload. So have a fabulous week. Whatever you're doing, do it really well and have lots of fun. And I'll speak to you really, really soon.